Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to clean a Taurus G3C. So I know there's already a lot of videos out there of how to clean a G3C, but I just wanted to go over how I do it quickly after I go to the range. I typically clean my guns every time I go to the range, or every other time. So let's just get right into it. So first things first, I'm going to show you guys what you're going to need. I'm using Lucas gun oil. You can find this at Academy, Bass Pro, Cabela's, all that stuff. I think this is a really good oil, and the best part about this is that it has this fine tip oil applicator, and it just really works well for me. You can get oil in really tight spaces. Next thing is I'm going to be using gun bore cleaner. These is just Hobbies number 9. Alternatives to this is CLP, Ballistol, yeah, all that good stuff. All that stuff will work. Next thing is a little toothbrush. I've been using this toothbrush for a while. It's a little toothbrush. You're gonna need a rag or some gun cleaning cloths. A rag will work just fine. And the last thing is you're gonna need a gun barrel cleaner or bore snake. This is the one I've been using for a while. I think you can get one for like $10, or you can get a kit for like $10. But yeah, that's all you need, and let's just get started. So first things first, you're gonna want to make sure your firearm is clear and that all ammo is out of the room that you're doing this cleaning, just to be safe. So as you can see, my gun is clear. I'm gonna take the magazine out, and once you make sure your gun is clear, you're gonna take apart this firearm by pressing the trigger in a safe direction. And then you're gonna look closely here. You're gonna see one takedown pin on this side and another takedown pin on the other side right here. And you're just gonna pull the slide back very slightly, just like that. And then pull those two takedown pins down in the same time and just release it forward. So let me do that again really quickly, just to show you guys. So again, ensure that your gun is empty. Pull the trigger in a safe direction, pull it back, pull the takedown pins down, and push it forward, and your gun is apart. Now, once you have it separated into two pieces, you're gonna take the frame and you're just gonna set it aside. You're not gonna really do much to the frame. You're gonna take out the recoil spring. All you do is push it in towards the front of the gun and just take it out like that. Set that one aside. I barely do anything to the recoil spring. There's just not really much oiling that needs to be done to it. But other than that, next part is you take the barrel by pushing it forward and then swinging it back, just like that. And now you basically have a little feel strip of the firearm. This is what we're gonna do to do the cleaning and all that stuff. So let's get started. First thing I do is I open up my bore cleaner and I take my toothbrush, I stick it in there, and I get that bore cleaner out, and I just start brushing the slide, the barrel, the frame. Make sure you want to get all of that gunk out of there, get it loosened up. You're not really brushing it out right now, you're just loosening it up. So you see these rails right here? Yeah, I just take this brush, go all around it like that. Get the extractor, which is right here. This is a very important part. This is what takes your bullet out, or the casing out. And you just keep going all around. And once you're done with that, you're gonna go to the barrel. All right, so once you're done with the barrel, you're gonna go to the frame. And the points here are these two little tabs right here. One here, one back here, one on the other side. So there's 4. And those are the main points you're gonna try to want to get. All right, so once you get all that stuff wiped down, again, you don't really do much to the recoil spring, just let it set aside. You take one of your rags or your gun wipes, and you just start wiping that stuff off, basically. All right, so the frame is done. Now we're gonna move on to the barrel. All right, so now we're done with the barrel. We're gonna move on to the frame. I had made a mistake earlier. I called this the frame. This is not the frame, this is the slide. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to the frame and we're gonna clean that up. All right, so now we're done with the frame. So let's just take a look at everything. Frame is nice and clean. The slide is nice and clean. And the barrel is nice and clean. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the barrel and we're gonna take your bore cleaner and we're just gonna run it through just a couple times. And yeah, some people say not to run it through like that. They say to do this. Take it through and then unscrew it. And then take it out because of how the bullet travels through or something like that. But I think that's just a myth. I've been doing this for a while on all my guns and it's been working out fine. But one recommendation I can say is get a bore snake. It makes it much easier and they're cheaper and you can carry them around everywhere and they're just really nice. So yeah, so now we got that done. As you can see, it's pretty clean in there. I'm gonna take another patch. It's probably like a smaller one like this one right here. And just gonna unscrew your thing here. You can use a stick to do this, really anything. You just drip some oil on that patch right here. Just a little bit, not too much. And you take your stick or whatever and you just stick it down through the barrel. This is just to oil it just a slight bit. I just do it one time and you see it's nice and shiny down there. All right, so now we get to the fun part, in my opinion, the oiling, and I'm gonna begin with the barrel. So let me see here. You take your applicator and most of the oiling, in my opinion, is going to be done on the barrel. So what you do is you just take it, you get a line of oil on any side of the barrel. Right there, you can kind of see that I have some oil on there. And I just take my finger and I just run it through all over the barrel. And make sure you get a nice coat all around that barrel. Get a little bit more on there. You don't want to run it too wet, you just want to get it just right. So yeah, just run it through, and then on the sides here, I put one drop on each side, on top, and then on the side here, and just run your finger through that. Make sure you get it all coated. Make sure you get down here. All right, and now I think this is the most important part on the barrel. You get these lugs, put a drop, and you make sure you oil this well. Get it down here, in that little crevice, some over there, and basically same thing. Take your finger, run it through, all this stuff. And for this little tiny crevice over here in the middle, I just take this and I just rub it all around using the applicator. And that's it. That's your barrel is done. Put that aside. Now let's go to the frame. So most of the frame is, you're gonna get this right here, get the sides of it, because this is where the little square part of the barrel goes in and it makes contact with that. So you get those parts, and then you get you pour oil in that little railing here. Just one drop here, one drop here, one drop here, and then one drop here. So let's begin with this. All right, now we're just gonna run our finger through there. Run our finger through there. You don't want to over oil because if you over oil, it tends to attract more gunk, and it makes it harder to clean after you shoot it if you over oil it. So again, just one drop, not too much on those rails here. All right, and this part I usually leave it alone. Doesn't really make much contact with anything. So now we go onto the slide, the frame, geez. So, and we get these little things right here. I don't know what these are called, but you get those right here. Get it on the other side. And then there's two more on the back side. And yep, that's it. And one other part you can do, this Lenny McGill did this from Glock Store. I don't know if this really works that well, but I've been doing it on my Glock and it makes the trigger feel a little bit smoother. So on this part right here, this is where it interfaces, this is where it rubs with this little button, I think, on your slide. And basically you just take some oil on your finger and just kind of rub it around on that side a little bit, and it just makes your trigger feel a little bit smoother. Like I said, I don't know if it really works, but that's what it supposedly does. So yeah, so let me go over where we put the oil. Put some right here, same thing on the other side, and we put a little bit on this little trigger bar thing. And on the slide, we oiled up the front part, just a few drops, and run your finger through it. We oiled 2 points on each side of the slide. So one here, one here, one here, one here. And the barrel, we basically covered the entire barrel in oil. So now let's put it back together. And first things first, put the barrel into the slide, just like that. And the recoil spring, like I said, don't really do much to it. You can take whatever oil is left on your hands and just run your fingers through it, but I don't really do much to this. And push it in to the bottom lug right there, just like that. And then basically all you do is slide it back onto the frame. Make sure everything is straight. There we go. And you just cycle it a few times. Oops, I bumped the camera. You just cycle it a few times. And that's it. That's basically the cleaning of the Taurus G3C. It's not really that hard. I like cleaning my guns, and the Taurus, in my opinion, is very fun to clean. It's straightforward, easy, and it's quick. So yeah, make sure you guys get your guns clean. Make sure you maintain them properly. And yeah, so if this video helped you guys out, please like and subscribe and comment. It really helps out the channel. Other than that, if there's anything else you guys would like to see, please leave a comment in the comment section below letting us know what you want to see. But other than that, thank you guys for watching.